There's this podcast I follow, On Purpose with Shetty. And one episode that really stuck with me was when he interviewed Kobe Bryant. It is one of my favorites. I've seen it several times, and every time I watch it, there's always something new to take away. The first time I watched it, I'd understood storytelling, but Kobe took it to another level. He talked about writing ads and how fitting storytelling into everything makes it a whole lot better. It makes it more engaging and makes it more memorable.
No, man, it's just something I enjoyed, and I enjoyed writing ads. It was something funny about trying to distill a message down into 30 seconds or a minute, depending on the budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to say something important, trying to speak to the brand attributes, but also speak to something that's greater and that has a stronger message, stronger philosophical message. And how do you connect those dots? So putting that puzzle together was something that was really intriguing.
The next time I watched it, something else stood out totally, and it was his take on mentorship. He mentioned how your mentors don't have to be alive and how you can learn from people through their books, documentaries, and documented experience. And this was news to me because I always felt mentorship has to be direct and personal relationship with people. And in real sense, there is so much knowledge in books and biographies that would always help you anytime. So you always feel that your mentors are close to you.
When I was growing up, I never enjoyed fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought I didn't like reading because all the books that the school suggested were fiction books.
Right.
And then when I was 14, my dad handed me an autobiography and a biography. And I devoured it. And then I started reading because I was like, I want to hear about real people
Right.
who break and who develop and who learn and grow and have been through failure. And I want to hear about rags to riches. And I want to hear about real people who went through real pain.
That's right.
Before this realization, I rarely read biographies. I mostly read self-development and psychological books. But after this, I decided to give it a try, and I'm loving it. And most recently, after watching the same episode again, something else stood out. But this time it was in form of a question. What's the worst that could happen? Kobe talked about how people are scared of taking the winning shot, fearing failure and letting their teammates down. But he emphasized that failure is inevitable. The key is to get back up, learn and improve. You would make mistakes. You would disappoint people at some point. The most important thing is to learn from those mistakes and get better.
It's not really a thing,
Yeah.
Like you think about game-winning shots or game-winning free throws, and people go to the free throw line and they're nervous about it. Well, what are you really nervous about? If you unpack that, okay, you're nervous that you're going to miss the shot. All right, so you miss the shot, then what happens? People are going to be embarrassed. You're going to be embarrassed because thousands of people, millions of people see you miss the shot. All right, and then what? People are going to talk bad about you. Okay. Right. And so you're looking at it and go, are those things even important?
This got me thinking about my journey, especially the time it took me to understand that I needed to start documenting my progress. So I wrote a few questions down that kept coming up. Hello, if you are new to this channel, my name is Moyo Salau. I am a learning experience designer with years of experience in assisting organizations improve the way people learn. I bring the same passion to this channel, discussing everything productivity, tools and strategies that would help you improve and get better. If that sounds like something you're looking for, then hit the subscribe button and turn on notification for more video. We tend to overthink what people think about us, but the truth is people don't really care as much as we assume. Content creation is more than $1 billion industry, but beyond the financial gain, it is also about documenting your experience and your progress. Before I started reading books, I had only read to pass exams. Once I started reading personal growth, I realized how much I was missing and the fact that knowledge is endless. People move on. Even if something negative happens to you, people will talk for a day or two and then forget it. The same applies to mistake. You learn from it and you improve and get better. The worst that could happen is that I'll spend time documenting the process. I'm already learning every day, reading books and gaining knowledge. The only difference with content creation is that I'm sharing that knowledge with others instead of keeping to myself. Once I realized this, content creation became less intimidating. It wasn't about being extraordinary, it was just about sharing the knowledge in a structured way so that others can benefit from it. I look back at my progress a year ago. I went from 0 books to reading about 30 books. This was even my goal for the year, but because I had documented the process, I was able to look back and see my growth. I've come to understand that failure is part of the process. The key is to learn from it and use it to fuel your improvement. Failure shouldn't stop you from starting. In fact, thinking about failure can be positive if it helps you refine your process. For example, I used to create my videos without proper scripting and sometimes they don't do well. But instead of seeing that as a reason to quit, I documented my mistake, created a structured process and improved over time. The biggest mistake is allowing failure to stop you from starting at all. So if you have made it this far, chances are that you are passionate about learning, growth and pushing past fear as I am. I'm exploring new ideas and sharing insight that would help us improve. So, if that sounds like something you want to see more of, hit the subscribe button and let us learn and grow together.